Donald Trump just posted a video statement of himself where he bragged about overturning Roe v. Wade. He thanked the justices who overturned Roe v. Wade for reaching that ruling, and he said he would keep in place all of these state abortion bans if he were to disgrace the White House once again. Let me just show you this video statement that he put out. He had been saying that he was going to provide a statement of his view on abortion, and it seems that he has enraged the entire country, including his own MAGA base, with this statement as well. Let me show you this video that he just made of himself. I'll show you this portion where he goes, "I ended Roe. I ended Roe." Play the clip.
Many people have asked me what my position is on abortion and abortion rights, especially since I was proudly the person responsible for the ending of something that all legal scholars, both sides, wanted and, in fact, demanded be ended. Roe v. Wade. They wanted it ended.
Yeah, end scene. Here's Donald Trump in the video statement he put out moments ago, thanking the justices, naming each of them, giving them shout outs for taking away women's reproductive rights. The three justices who he appointed, Justice Kavanaugh, Coney Barrett, and Gorsuch in particular, who allowed Roe v. Wade to be overturned, despite the fact when they testified in the Senate, they said they were not going to do that. Play the clip.
I want to thank the 6 justices, Chief Justice John Roberts, Clarence Thomas, Samuel Alito, Brett Kavanaugh, Amy Coney Barrett, and Neil Gorsuch, incredible people, for having the courage to allow this long-term, hard-fought battle to finally end.
And then Donald Trump, in this video he made of himself, he states that he will endorse all of the state law abortion bans on the books. Play this clip.
My view is now that we have abortion where everybody wanted it from a legal standpoint, the states will determine by vote or legislation or perhaps both, and whatever they decide must be the law of the land. In this case, the law of the state. Many states will be different. Many will have a different number of weeks, or some will have more conservative than others, and that's what they will be. At the end of the day, this is all about the will of the people. You must follow your heart, or in many cases, your religion or your faith. Do what's right for your family and do what's right for yourself. Do what's right for your children. Do what's right for our country and vote.
You know, Donald Trump said, he put out a post, and this is what he had wrote before he did that video statement. He said, "I will be putting out my statement on abortion and abortion rights tomorrow morning. Republicans and all others must follow their hearts and minds. But remember, like Ronald Reagan before me, I and most other Republicans believe in exceptions for rape, incest, and life of the mother. Great love and compassion must be shown when even thinking about the subject of life. But at the same time, we must use common sense in realizing that we have an obligation to the salvation of our nation, which is currently in seriously decline, to win elections, without which we will have nothing other than failure." And so you see there, we underline the words "to win elections," because that's what this is all about. Donald Trump making whatever manipulative statement, and it was the worst statement ever, in order to try to manipulate, trick. It's basically Don's latest con, and it is backfiring in his face. By the way, here is the message that I had put out. I said, "Donald Trump, the man who was found liable for sexual assault and who bragged on tape about sexually assaulting women, who said women should be punished for having an abortion, who appointed the Supreme Court justices, who overturned Roe v. Wade, and who has consistently bragged about Roe being overturned and said he would appoint similar justices in the future, would now like to make a PR announcement to tell women his views on their reproductive rights that he has taken away as his polling numbers are slipping." Here, just take a look at all of the things that Donald Trump has said. This is where Donald Trump, this was leading into the 2016 election, which should have been a warning to everybody, where he said that women should be punished to seek reproductive care. Play this clip.
Do you believe in punishment for abortion? Yes or no, as a principle?
The answer is that there has to be some form of punishment.
For the woman?
Yeah, there has to be some form.
So that was leading to the 2016 election, but let me show you what he's been saying over the past few months. Here at a town hall, Trump said it's a miracle that he was able to overturn Roe. Play this clip.
Because for 54 years, they were trying to get Roe v. Wade terminated, and I did it. And I'm proud to have done it. They wanted to get it back, right? You wouldn't have that. There would be no question. Nobody else was going to get that done but me. Yeah. And we did it. And we did something that was a miracle.
Donald Trump then bragged on Newsmax that he did it. He overturned Roe. Play the clip.
Ask your response to his allegation on this. And I want to ask also, do you think that 6 weeks is going too far? Is that going to doom Republicans with the moderates in this country when it comes to 2024?
Well, Rob, first of all, I'm the one that got rid of Roe v. Wade, and everybody said that was an impossible thing to do. I put on 3 Supreme Court justices. Very few people have had that privilege or honor, and they are terrific people, and they happen to believe that Roe v. Wade should not be there. It's been now brought back to the states, and what I've done is I've given the pro-life people who are wonderful people and loving people, I've given them the power of negotiation, because now they're able to negotiate something that's going to be very important.
Here's Donald Trump on Hannity bragging that he did it and he overturned it. Play this clip.
I didn't think when I started my radio career in 1987 I'd be talking a lot about, but education, kids, gender identity classes, CRT. I never thought we'd really have this deep debate about whether or not biological men could be playing in women's sports.
So crazy.
On all of these issues, what is the best way that you see to settle?
Well, I did something that nobody thought was possible. I got rid of Roe v. Wade. And by doing that, it put pro-lifers in a very strong negotiating position. Now they're negotiating different things. And, I happen to be of the Ronald Reagan school in terms of exemptions where you have the life of the mother, rape, and incest,
mother's life.
So you have that. And I think, for me, that's something that works very well. And for probably 85%, because don't forget, we do have to win elections. But I did something that nobody could do. And I also made them the radicals, because they are willing and able to kill babies in the 9th month. They're willing to kill babies. That's radical. Pro-life isn't radical. They've made pro-life radical, the other side. Pro-life is not radical. What's radical is killing a baby in the 8th month, the 7th month, the 9th month, or even the babies after the baby's born.
Here's Donald Trump at a speech bragging that he did it. Play the clip.
And I was able to bring this issue for the first time in 54 years back to the states, where everybody agrees on both sides. Everybody agrees that's where it should be, back in the states. It was so important. Everybody on both sides. And they are the radicals. Remember this.
The Biden campaign has put out a statement. Let me read you a portion of the statement from the Biden campaign that was issued moments ago. Trump is scrambling. He's worried that since he's the one responsible for overturning Roe, the voters will hold him accountable in 2024. Well, I have news for Donald. They will. I'll read you a statement right now from Rand Paul's chief strategist. This is what's coming from the MAGA base right now, who's pissed at his statement. Doug Stafford said, "I'm not sure a major candidate has ever produced a worse statement on life than the one I just watched." And that's coming from the MAGA side. Emily's List communications director Christina Reynolds said, "The entire Trump video is riddled with lies. Every legal scholar wanted Roe overturned? Absolutely not. Even more ridiculous lies about later abortion. Any coverage of this statement should note that it is full of provably false statements. If any other candidate did that, it would." Matthew Gertz writes, "Things Trump doesn't say in the abortion statement, whether he'd veto an abortion ban, how Trump regulators would treat for things, for example, like mifepristone, how he'll vote on the Florida abortion referendum." By the way, here's one of the kind of just ghoulish and disgusting things that Donald Trump said that the Emily's List communication director Christina Reynolds alluded to. Here, play this clip.
My view is now that we have abortion where everybody wanted it from a legal standpoint, the states will determine by vote or legislation or perhaps both. And whatever they decide must be the law of the land. In this case, the law of the state.
Yeah, I mean, everything he says is just a lie. It's fear mongering. That's not happening. And Donald Trump thinks that we're stupid. Donald Trump thinks that he can just go and say things like that. And, as he goes, suburban women like me because they know that I will protect them. I will protect you. You need me for protection, suburban women. Here, play this clip.
Communities. And, the suburban housewives actually like Donald Trump. You know why? Because I'm the one that's going to keep them safe. They like to say, well, the suburban housewives, I don't know. I think I do great with the suburban housewives because they want to remain safe.
As we said on MeidasTouch, so to recap this morning, President Biden announced another plan to cancel student debt for tens of millions of Americans. And on the other side, Donald Trump released a video letting everyone know that 12-year-olds should be forced to carry their rapist baby if a state says so. We also put out a statement on MeidasTouch. Trump's big announcement today may have solidified a blowout loss for him in November. This is a disaster for him and such a horrific attack on every woman in America. Let me show you what President Biden had previously said in a recent speech on this issue. Play this clip.
Listen to what he says. Trump says he's proud that he overturned Roe v. Wade. He said, and I quote, there has to be punishment for the women exercising their reproductive freedom. He describes the Dobbs decision as a miracle, but for American women, it's a nightmare. So let's be absolutely clear what Trump is bragging about. The reason there are 21 states where abortion bans are in effect may, with no exception, for rape or any other, or incest, is Donald Trump.
There you have it, folks. Keeping you updated on all the events of the day. Hit subscribe. Let's get to 3 million subscribers together. Thanks for watching and have a wonderful day.
Love this video? Make sure you stay up to date on the latest breaking news and all things Meidas by signing up to the MeidasTouch newsletter at MeidasTouch.com/newsletter.